Hi guys, welcome to yet another exciting broadcast of Teacher Nondu. So today I decided, since it's May, we're going to be celebrating Mother's Day on the 14th of May 2023, and I think it's going to be on Sunday. So to prepare you guys, since I know you guys are students, you don't have money to buy expensive gifts. So I thought, let us use what we have and not expensive and what is within our reach. So I thought, how about we just use recyclable cups and make a crafty cup for our mothers, right? So have a look at it. It looks special. Oh, oopsie. Okay. So this is a very special cup because it's written, I love you because, and then you get to write your own special message for your mother. So it has, I think, 5 spaces where you can write messages from your heart to your mom. Like, let me show you. So I love you because you are the best mom. Happy Mother's Day. And then you change again. I love you because you love me, right? I love you because you are beautiful. Happy Mother's Day. So it's got a lot of, you have a lot of space to write different types of messages from your mother. So as we prepare our crafty cup for our mothers, there is a few things that I want us to take into consideration, things that we should be aware of. So while we're making this crafty cup, I want us to be careful of 2 things. These two can be very, very dangerous when you use them. So number 1, a scissor. I'm going to ask you, or to advise you, to ask an adult in order to use scissors, because you might end up hurting yourself, okay? I know some of you are able to use the scissors, but the paper cutter is very dangerous. I wouldn't advise you to use it on your own. So I'm going to ask you to use these 2 objects whilst there is an adult near you, or you ask them to help you to use it, because you might end up hurting yourself. All right, so it's either you ask your older brother, your older sister, your dad, whoever that can use this sharp object so that you don't hurt yourself, okay? So please stay tuned while I show you how to make this beautiful crafty cup, and I'm sure that your mother is also going to love it. Alrighty, let's stay tuned. This is the crafty cup that we are going to be making. And this is a message template. Another material that we're going to need is going to be glue and paper cutter, because you can never do any craft without your glue and paper cutter. Remember guys, I'm always going to emphasize that please, whenever you need to handle a paper cutter, please be careful with it, or you can ask someone who is older than you or someone that is able to use it better than you. Please try not to hurt yourself. So this is a glue and paper cutter. And then we're going to need regular paper cups. So please make sure that you get your 7-Eleven regular paper cups and make sure that you clean them before you use them. And then these here, we call them sticky notes. And we're going to need a scissor and sellotape. And some cardboard. Now we are cutting both the templates. So please make sure when you cut your templates, you cut them within the borders of the black lines and that you don't cut them over. Be careful with the scissors, guys. Now we're going through the process of coloring the hearts. Put on the colors, make it more beautiful, make it more personal for your mom. Put on the beautiful colors that she's going to like. And then I wrote my name on it to show that it is coming from me to my mom. So on this step, I am just preparing to stick on the heart-shaped template on the cup. So you also need to make sure that you are going to put enough glue so that you make sure that it sticks perfectly on the cup. At this point, you need to be very careful when you're sticking on your template to the cup, and also about the cup size as well. You need to make sure that it is a regular cup size, not the big cup size, because it might not be perfect for the template, okay? So make sure that you're doing it nice and neatly in order for it to be perfect. Right, this is the part where I'm going to please ask you to make sure that you are careful when you are using the paper cutter by yourself, because on this step we are cutting the square shape on the template. So please make sure, if you're using it by yourself, you make sure you carry it nicely and safely. Do not cut yourself. So when you are cutting the templates, please make sure that you cut within the lines, and make sure that you make it clean and nice. Make sure that you remove the extra paper so that the messages could show nicely and perfectly, that the messages that you are writing underneath the template. Right, make sure that it's clean and ready. So in this next step, what we're going to do is we're going to put enough glue around the underneath template in order for it to stick. Also, make sure that you are careful when putting it around. Just make sure that you don't mess it around. Just make sure it sticks nicely. At this point, you need to make sure every part of the corner of the template is nicely stuck onto your cup. Now, this is the underneath template, or should I say the message template. So yeah, it's entirely up to you, but this is a part where you tell your mom how much you love them, how much you appreciate them. So you write your own messages that come from your heart to express how much you love them and you want to thank them for the things that they do. So here I wrote messages that can also relate to you as well. Like one of them is I love you. Another one I wrote was I love you because you play with me. I love you because you take me to school. I love you because you make delicious food. I love you because you are beautiful. So basically, writing the messages is all entirely up to you, but you will need to make sure that your messages can fit in the boxes that are provided. So now in this step, I am going to work on my handles. Like I'll start with coloring them. So in this step, I decided I needed to use a cardboard. The reason I wanted to use a cardboard was to ensure that I have a strong handle for my cup. So it's entirely up to you whether you want to use it or not, but I prefer that you use it because it's gonna make it more stronger so that it doesn't just fall off. Okay, so you're going to need a cardboard and two handles. So you're going to stick them on both sides of the cardboard, and then you make sure that you cut it up nicely. Again, in order to cut it, I will highly suggest that you ask someone that knows how to use a paper cutter so that you do not cut yourself. So another idea that I tried, as you can see on the video, I tried to draw around the circles in order for me to see where I should cut with the paper cutter. So you can also just firstly stick on the handle, and then you draw to see how you're going to cut it out. Or you can just firstly draw and then cut it out and then paste it. It's entirely up to you. So long as you have your handles on both sides of the cardboard in order to create a strong cardboard for yourself. And also make sure that you cut it neatly so that you don't have unequal sizes, because remember, you want to have equal sizes on both sides. So make sure that you keep it nice and neat. You cut it evenly, and please, again, I plead with you, do not cut yourself. Ask someone older than you to help you cut it so that you do not, please, hurt yourself. We are almost done, and this is how both your cups are supposed to like. Right, so now I decided to use the sticky notes, because they're colorful already. I don't have to color them. So I decided to use sticky notes to color the parts that I don't want to show from my cups. So I decided to wrap them around on the parts of the cups, like where it shows the price of how much the coffee was. So if you want to, you can make your own design to hide the parts that you don't want to show from your cup. Or you can also ask from your brother or from your mother, from her office, to borrow you her sticky notes from work. You can also use them, or you can just use any design to hide the parts that you do not want to show on your crafty cup, in order to look it more authentic and more real and more self-made, because I mean, this is your own project that you made by yourself. And now it's time to cover the parts that you don't want to show on your cup. So what you need to do is you're going to use those sticky notes depending on the color that you like. Now you can see that I love the color pink, and my mom likes pink. So you can use the color that you like. And if you don't have the color sticky notes, you can use a paper, just color it. And now we are almost done. Now what I'm doing is I'm sticking on the strong cup holder or handle. So in order to make sure that it sticks properly on my cover up that I just used previously, I put on some sellotape to make sure that the sellotape also sticks on properly so that it doesn't fall off. So you also might want to make sure that you put on some sellotape to ensure that your handle doesn't fall off. So you need to make sure that you do it neatly and nicely. So now it's time to fit your cups together. There you go. So make sure that they fit properly together. And then when you finish doing that, now it's time to show off those beautiful messages that you wrote for your mother. Like I said earlier when this video started, that you can write any message from your heart to your mom. Like how I wrote my messages, it's because they resonate with me. And then now that you finish making sure that your cup looks clean, making sure that your cup is in order, your messages are showing, and it doesn't look like a cup from 7-Eleven anymore. So now it's time to pack up those candies and some cookies and some chocolates, whatever that you think your mom is going to like for her Mother's Day. So pack it up and yeah, make sure that your messages are clear for her and she's going to love it. And now this is your final project of your crafty Mother's Day's cup. As you can see, this is the final product where it's actually put together. I have the cookies inside, I have the candy and chocolates, if your mother likes chocolates, and the messages are there. So I hope you guys love the idea. If you do, let me know so that maybe I can also suggest other crafty ideas. And also I have pinned my templates that I've used for this crafty cup. Happy Mother's Day, guys. Enjoy.